Get ready to drop the puck, take a free throw, and step up to the plate. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast on lineupmedia.fm.
All right, guest number 3 is Matt Pellock, girls tennis coach at Highland High School. But before we get to Coach Pellock, I got to tell you, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Metro East on the Illinois or Missouri side, including Highland, please give our partners at Keller Williams Marquee, Jeb and Ginger Blassingame, the chance to serve you. They've got offices in Waterloo, O'Fallon, and Edwardsville with more than 130 agents. The Blassingames are a family-owned business that has helped over 5,000 families find just the right home. The Lipes are one of those families. Jeb and Ginger sold our house quickly because they're experts at staging and pricing, and they helped us find the perfect home, and they can do the same for you. No wonder they're ranked in the top 10 real estate teams in North America. Give Jeb and Ginger Blassingame a call at 618-578-9276 or check them out online at blassingamegroup.com. You will not be disappointed. Okay, Coach Pellock, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on here.
Yeah, good to see you. I've known you for a long time, right?
It has been a while. I've been coaching now for a little longer than.
But didn't I know you when you were a player? What year did you graduate
Yeah.
from Highland High School?
I graduated 04, so
Oh, yeah.
I was the Jake Snyder class and Devrin.
Jonathan, Lacey. And
Yeah, those
Zach
guys
Allison.
were my class. Zach was a little younger, and Devin was a little younger. So,
There you go.
yep.
So former Highland High School tennis star, and then you went on to continue your career at Quincy.
Yeah. Went to Quincy for 4 years and went there with Jake and
That's right.
Adam Albertson, who's at SIU now.
That's
So
right.
we were
Scott Radecki.
Scott was there.
Bill
he was our
Latour?
leader. Bill. Yep. It was a good group. It was a lot of fun.
Big Bill, fantastic coach.
Yeah. And loves to play.
Yeah.
So he would like to beat up on us,
Yeah.
in practice, and it's like he had all the shots.
You're a tall guy. What are you, 6'2"?
4.
6'4".
Yep.
You're 6'4", and Latour was bigger than you.
Yeah.
What was he, like 6'6"?
Yeah,
giant.
he could have been. Big serve.
No kidding.
And he was into golf really when we were there too, but he could still hit.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, cool guy.
Yep.
So you continue your career at Quincy. Then when your career at Quincy is over, you do not become a teacher, but you get into coaching.
Yeah. I got a computer science degree, so I didn't know where I would end up. I didn't really think Highland, but had an opportunity. So I've been at Bazzer Electric in Highland and just a minute from the tennis courts.
Wow.
So started helping out and then got the coaching gigs.
And what year was that?
That was in 08. So 08 I helped with the girls.
Been there about 13 years then coaching.
Yeah.
What has surprised you about coaching high school tennis? What didn't you think the experience was going to be that it's like, oh, it's this?
Yeah, I'd given some lessons before, and you're all player, and you kind of forget, looking from the outside and kind of, the game looks a little bit different. I feel like, so it's just kind of like, okay, well, I'm not playing anymore. I got to figure out how to get, this girl moving across the net, or that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
it's just kind of looking at the game a little bit differently.
Facility's looking good there. Love your pavilion there. Yeah. That's donated by the Plocker family, right?
Yeah, the Plockers ran a huge campaign for us to fix the facility there. So it's actually them and the community and the school all chipped in to help our courts about 5 years ago now, and the pavilion's awesome. It's awesome setting being inside the courts.
It's fantastic. It's great for tennis, and you're doing a good job with the program. And you won the conference 3 years ago, I remember.
Yep.
And you had a girl playing #1 singles who was a big server.
Yeah, Taylor Fleming.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a lot of fun to coach. She came out like a couple weeks after the season started her freshman year, and just right away on the court
You knew she could
had the moving. the moving was there. It was just figuring out how to hit tennis ball, and didn't take her long to figure that out. Her younger sister now is playing on the team, so it's been fun.
And you've had a lot of good kids there during your tenure, state qualifiers, conference champions, and on and on and on.
Lately's been a lot of fun. Programs been in a good spot lately, so it's fun.
And some of the camps and the clinics that you've run are starting to pay dividends for you, assuredly.
Yeah, we've had some summer tennis programs that we've been able to kind of start. We'll do like week camp with younger kids, and then kind of try to introduce them to a summer program that Brenda Plocker and I it was a lot of help from her kind of getting that started too. And then with the pandemic, it was kind of hard to continue sometimes, but we're trying to get it going again.
A lot of things got shut down, and it's hard to restart things.
Yeah, it's the separation, and then when you're away from it, it is easy to kind of forget it. So it's nice to hopefully be able to get back full force.
The story in your conference this year in tennis was Triad. They won for the second year in a row. Jocelyn Carmody at number 1 singles had no peer in your conference, and you guys finished 4th.
Yep.
Which is a solid year, a solid effort from you guys. But your conference had some solid tennis teams this year. Yeah,
there wasn't really anybody bad in the conference. Jerseyville was really deep. Waterloo was very deep. We had tough dual matches with them where we'd only won about one match against both. And then the conference tournament, we were able to get more wins in the tournament, which was progress. Felt like you had progress in your season when you're able to get some of those wins back. So.
And you had 4 seniors this year, and sadly, Krista Rittenhouse tore her ACL.
Yeah.
And wasn't able to play, and she would have been your top player.
Yeah. She went to state a couple of years ago in doubles. Last year, we had a tough sectional. Triad moved over to the Centralia, only Flora. So it was a tough one there. But, excited to have her come back. Really good doubles player. And she's a 3-sport athlete, so it's a tough one for her.
What are her other 2 sports?
She's basketball and then track too.
When did she tear the ACL?
It was at the end of June at some summer basketball that was going on.
Is she out for everything this entire year?
Well, she's hoping not. She's ahead of schedule on her therapy. So she's hoping that she could play some of the basketball, I think, towards the end of the season. But
who knows?
That's a tough.
That is a tough one. Yeah. Poor kid. But she wasn't your only senior. You also had Lauren Herman.
Yep. She's been playing number 1 for us. I've had back-to-back years where I kind of graduated my top 4. So these girls who had been playing a lot hadn't been playing a lot of varsity. So she was actually 7 for us last year. But she's got a good all-around game. It's been kind of some ups and downs at the spot. You haven't played a lot of varsity, and now you're playing against all the number 1s and a lot of good teams. So, but she's done well. And then we've had Katie Augustine playing too. She's a good doubles player, and she's had a lot of strong doubles performances. We had good showing in our Alton invite this season, and it's the doubles has been a strength, so it's kind of what the
and doubles is so important in high school tennis. 2/3 of your lineups are going to play doubles. Going to play doubles at sectionals. So if you can't play doubles, then that's not good in Illinois. State tennis.
They're playing a lot of doubles before you enter the varsity too. That's what a lot of exhibition is and stuff. So that tends to be what they get comfortable with. I think the girls like the camaraderie on the court too.
I once asked Brad Dancer at University of Illinois men's tennis coach. I said, "How different would your practices look if 2/3 of your postseason lineup was doubles?" And he was like, "Oh, so different." I mean, what we prepare kids to do is not the same, as preparing them to be just singles players.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to prepare kids to be able to play doubles.
Yep.
And that means volleys.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't hit volleys, you can't play doubles, but that's just me. One more senior on your team, Nicole Bloom.
Yep. Nicole is played all 4 years too. She's been playing number 6 for us. She's kind of the single specialist for us, very consistent. Ping pong was her background. So she thought, hey, I'm a pretty good ping pong player. I could play tennis. And so we've been working a lot with her. She's beat me up in ping pong one time.
Really?
So, yeah.
She really is good at it.
Well,
is she a competitive ping pong player?
She's got a really good backhand, not really forehand. So I was just trying to break down the backhand, see if I could beat her at her best. And,
okay.
And she got me.
All right, so what's the future look like for the Bulldogs for let's talk about the postseason first. You've got sectionals coming up next weekend. Where is that?
Yeah, we're in Centralia. That'll be very competitive, I think. Trying to look get some intel on what some of these teams are thinking. It's gonna be interesting because there's a lot of competitive.
Is
results.
Marquette there?
Marquette is in Triad 1.
Okay.
So we have Flora only, Centralia, Greenville, us, Newton, Mount Vernon. So
Newton.
Yeah.
Has Newton always had tennis?
They had a girl not too long ago that was pretty good, I think.
Good.
But yeah, we don't see them often, so it'll
cool.
be interesting.
Sounds to me like you're going to be okay. I think you're going to be good in that sectional.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
So that means Althoff is here with Triad also then?
Yeah. And Waterloo went south. They went to Heron. So I think our conference minus us and Waterloo are in the Triad 1.
So there are 3 sectionals.
Yep.
Southern Illinois for 1A tennis.
Yep.
There is 1 sectional for 2A.
Yeah.
So you better bring it in the 2A sectional.
Yeah.
Right? But good for you. It is what it is. What's the future next year for Highland tennis?
So most of our team are younger, freshman, sophomore. We have Taylor Fleming's younger sister, Sophia. She's has a bit of a tennis background now since watching her sister go through the 4 years and be so successful. So excited about her. She's had a really nice year in the middle of our lineup. And good sophomore group, getting to play a lot of matches. It's been nice that the team sizes have been pretty big for when we're playing dual matches, and like with your guys' tournament, we're able to get a JV, a second team in. So they've been getting a lot of match play in. So I think it's bright. I think the next couple of years.
Yeah. Highland's got a long tradition of good tennis, going back the Ifners, Dave Pascal, Brad Ifner, Larry Ifner, Mrs. Ifner coached also. But the Bedoris family was there. They were good players when I first started coaching. I remember all those kids.
Yeah, Brian gave me lessons when I was in 8th grade. So
wow,
he's an incredible guy. And I think he's like a Purdue professor.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So. And then Brenda coached, and her daughter was a good player also, and they support tennis a lot. I remember
Scott played with Brad.
Right.
So he had a background. Brenda helped do some coaching. I think when Brian Bedoris was there too. Just
she coached when
for a little bit. Yeah.
She was the head coach for a while, for sure.
So yeah, when Kirsten came through, it was a lot of fun with them, and they helped so much get good players and help me quite a bit.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
How's the vibe in Highland overall? Things going well there for the Bulldogs? I've always liked going to Highland. I think it's a nice town.
Yeah.
I don't get there that often, but
it is a lot. It's a lot of fun there. There's a lot of great parks. It's really great to have a solid community tennis facility now at our high school. So
in addition to your great indoor swimming facility, the Cordy Rec Center.
Yep.
I remember taking the kids there. It's really cool.
Yep. Glick Park is a nice park nearby. So it's a lot of, it's a nice community. My parents are from Edwardsville. My dad and Uncle Mike played for Edwardsville Tennis. So my dad and mom always liked Highland, so we ended up here, and it's been a really good spot for us.
So where do I go eat when I go to Highland? I could ask my buddy Deanne vaguely. She'd tell me too, but I want to ask you, where do I go eat? I always like to ask the people in the different towns.
Yeah. Well, we're getting a Schlafly brew pub.
Wow.
You hear about that?
No, I don't know anything about that. I've been to Schlafly's in St. Louis, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what that's going to be like.
What's open now though?
Well,
Coach?
we have the Rail Shake Brewery's got pretty historic, right on the railroad tracks, and that got kind of redone a few years ago, so that's a pretty nice spot. Sam's Pizza. There's a lot of pizza places.
I need to go.
Yeah, Mazio's is a popular one with the high school kids. So
sounds good, man. I need to go check that out. You know who else played tennis there? Tony Johnson and Amy Johnson. Pretty sure didn't Tony play there?
When would that have been?
In the 80s when I played.
Okay.
Sure Tony. Anyway, father of Nicole Johnson, good golfer at Edwardsville. Pretty sure he played at Highland.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong. All right, Coach. Well, thanks for the restaurant tips, and thanks for talking girls tennis with me today. Good luck next weekend in sectionals.
Thank you very much.
Hope you get some girls through the state.
Too.
Yeah, and it's good coaching with you. It's good coaching against coaches that also love tennis. You're a tennis guy, a lifelong tennis guy, and I hope you keep coaching there, and I hope you keep having success there in Highland with the Bulldogs. And tell Amy Boscolo I said hi tomorrow.
Yeah, I will do that.
She's doing a good job.
Yeah, she's we never have hardly any issues because she's on top of everything over there.
She's working hard.
Yeah,
good for
definitely.
Her. All right, as always, the guests make the show. So I got to thank Chad Opel of Front Office Fiduciary Network for recognizing their first ever charitable champion, Sydney Campbell. I want to thank Adam Tyler of Edwardsville High School Boys Golf. And I want to thank Matt Pellock, girls tennis and boys tennis, Highland High School. So for partners, Callaway Home Loans, Cassens, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Keller Williams, Marquis, Jeb and Ginger Blasingame, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, and Front Office Fiduciary Network. Our producers, Brian Crock and Everett Hicks, and our intern at Zoogie J. Thank you for listening to the Metro East Sports Podcast, talking all things sports in the Metro East.